for the Tragically Hip, and I think it was 1999, and I actually saw them in Michigan at the Cobo Center. And I tell you, that was the funniest concert because at the intermission, because Watchmen played, and then the Hip played about 3 hours or so. So at intermission, they actually had to go next door to Joe Louis and get beer because they'd run out of beer for Cobo Center.
Wow. Work. Was that the tour without the drummer?
No.
Sammy?
He was there.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what jumps out with that band for sure is or Michael Daughtry.
Yeah, definitely.
The vocals. I mean, the arrangements are really cool pop songs that he writes.
Well, no, I really enjoyed the vocals, like you guys said. Very, very strong vocals, and the flow of it just was perfect, and a couple little blues riffs in there as well. Kind of progressive scales, but really cool, very well arranged.
Yeah. I'm sure Michael's listening right now. Just to make another observation, kind of reminds me of everybody knows there's sort of two veins with the Bare Naked Ladies.
Right.
They have sort of goofy, folky, sing along, almost like kids rock kind of thing. And then when they get a little bit more serious and put it together and put out a more explosive pop song, like a song like My Apartment or something like that.
Right.
That's kind of the vibe I get. And that's sort of the vein of the Bare Naked Ladies that I always appreciated. Very, very talented guys. And I think Mike's kind of in that vein as well.
No, and good point. And speaking of Bare Naked Ladies, I was born and raised in Montreal, and I saw them when Gordon came out, so their very first album, and I saw them at the St. Denis Music Theater. And man, that was an incredible show, and I was so excited to see it. I still have my concert T-shirt from that show.
Yeah,
it's literally like the like a cartoon character sketches of all of them. So yeah, nostalgic memories right there.
Nice,
cool.
So guys, to get more into the band, the arrangement, because Steve gave me the link for the album to have a listen to it, and I did listen to it. And I did really appreciate it. Now, we spoke earlier, obviously, of being like a kind of powered, like a three-piece trio here. Now, one thing I noticed is you guys have an eclectic mix, but a lot of it kind of stems from like early, at least in my opinion, it kind of stems from like early 90s alternative. So like kind of the beginning of the quote-unquote grunge scene.
Yeah,
there's definitely that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
No, I was just going to say there's definitely some dirtiness to it.
Yeah, I played an early demo for another friend of mine, Graham, once, and that was right away what he said. He's like, I dig your 90s sound. I thought, we have a 90s sound? All right. It's that organically derived that, we were never like, let's start an X band, like a grunge band or a rock band. It was just kind of like...
whatever comes from timing.
Yeah, I'd bring a riff, or Eric would send me something. We do a lot of stuff on GarageBand and send little like loose demos back and forth.
Right.
And so, do you think you can do anything with this? And a bunch of the songs on that record are songs that Eric wrote just the main jam for, and then I wrote some lyrics, and then we brought it in and did the arrangements like right in the jam space. That's just how literally everything's been born.
Nice. Catherine Nolan?
No, you go ahead. Don't point at me.
I went last time.
Actually, to some degree, you answered my question because I was wondering how much of the creative process actually takes place in studio or during recording sessions, or if you have everything really mapped out, or if once you get to recording, things just sort of develop and blossom and all of that. So
it's kind of mapped out to a point, and then when we get in the jam space, and things just evolve sort of organically until we're kind of happy with the format, or right, Steve?
Yeah, for sure. I would say the only main difference is having that little extra breathing room to be able to lay down a second or even third guitar track, and give some extra attention to vocal layering and that kind of thing. So there were like a lot of vocal lines and stuff and backing vocals that that were sort of envisioned in the studio process as we were putting that album together. And and there were also times where it's like, oh geez, from a recording standpoint, there's a lot of just empty space here with guitar. Should probably put down a guitar lead of some sort, or things move so fast when you're playing, like you're just rehearsing and then playing live shows, and then when you make that transition into a studio setting, it really sort of everything goes under the microscope a little bit more.
Right.
Right.
But, for us, it was really important for us to just not sort of micromanage ourselves and not try to reinvent the wheel. And we really wanted to create something that we could continue to reproduce live.
That's what I was wondering, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, right on. So we're going to take a quick little break here again, and we're going to the second song off the compilation. This one's by Logan, and this one's called We Are on Fire. Dig this. Logan with We Are on Fire. Now, that was a rockin' tune, really kind of gritty, raspy vocals, and like a very catchy kind of blues riff kind of top it off, but very cool tune.
Yeah, it's cool. There's a cool 80s vibe to it.
No.
It's that
Yeah.
kind of like underground, it's like that post-punk kind of, or like really, really early indie kind of like, almost like back to like the Sonics in the 60s or something. You got that kind of feel.
Fair enough. Right on. So, getting back to you guys. So you had the album that's out right now. Now, are you guys working on new stuff? Are you guys planning on any new like EP or album coming out very, very soon, or in the next, like, let's say 6 months to a year?
I wouldn't say anything that quickly. We're taking a little break right now as Eric and his wife Val are off in Hong Kong, sort of spreading their wings a little bit.
Right.
So the last thing we did a little bit of recording with a friend of ours, Sean. We just went in and burned some studio time at a little studio in Toronto, and just to sort of cleanse our palettes, we laid down a couple of cover songs, and that was actually really liberating. First time in a while that we'd actually played a cover. So as far as the rest of it goes, I mean, like I said, we've got a ton of material that's kind of in various stages, and I wouldn't say it's in the bank at this point,
Right.
but I think it would be a short road. Like, I think once we sit down and start working again, it would be 6 or 8 months, and we'd have a whole follow-up album for sure.
Nice, right on. Oh, fair enough. Catherine Nolan?
Actually, so when you play cover songs, what artists are you covering?
Well, we only ever covered one live. We did Bowie's Suffragette City. We finished up a show with that, and that was just, again, it was kind of one of those things where it was just to sort of break the routine of jamming our own material all the time. We started putting together this cover. We thought, you know what, we got a show coming up, let's do it. So we sort of used that as our little encore tune. And just recently we went in and we covered 2 songs, The Police, Next to You, which is the first track on their very first album, and a Foo Fighters song, Give Me Stitches, which is off one of their 90s releases. And that was kind of, for us, it was a little bit of an homage, as, it's a band that we both adore. And I think, like, by and by, we've adopted a little bit of their sound and our own sound as well.
Well, just before we get to the next tune out the compilation, just to stem off of that, the Foo Fighters are essentially taking over a mall and making it like a huge kind of stadium sort of thing for Record Store Day.
Oh, cool.
So they'll be doing that, and I don't remember, but the article is online on the Rolling Stone app, so I can look at it again and find out where exactly it is. But they'll be doing that. They'll be pretty much taking over a strip mall and making it a stadium for a day to do a Record Store Day and play pretty much a huge jam session.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dave is the ambassador for Record Store Day.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely he is.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Cool.
So let's get to the next song off the compilation, and the band is called Wild Horse. The song's called The Legs Just Snapped. Take this.